Zach is back. It's the Zach Gelb Show on Fox Sports 920 The Jersey.
All right, welcome back in to the Zach Gelb Show, 5:16 on this Thursday in Bucks, Burlington, or Mercer County. Is a very fun local story. You've heard his name for many, many years. That's Jason Thompson, who grew up in the area, went to Lenape, had a lot of success at Lenape, and then came up here and played at Ryder. Not that far away, 10-15 minutes from our Princeton Orthopedic Associates studios, and then went in the NBA for the first round in the NBA draft. Had a nice NBA career from 2008 to 2016, now playing in China. And this coming up weekend, you're going to have the tournament returning to Philadelphia. We talked with Mike Nardi about this yesterday. A lot of money on the line. You can see Jason play on July 8th at 9:30 p.m. in the city of brotherly love. So we're going to go out to the phone lines right now and bring in Jason Thompson, who's kind enough to join us on the Zach Gelb Show. Jason, appreciate a few minutes. Thanks for the time. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on? I appreciate you having me.
Well, we appreciate you coming on. We'll get to the tournament in just a second, but it's my understanding you just spent the last year in China playing basketball, so tell me a little bit about that experience.
Yeah, I had been before. I was there in college, and I played when I was with Sacramento in the global games against the Brooklyn Nets. So pretty much everything was just, taken care of. I had a translator, had a place. Everything was top-notch. You have other former NBA guys out there. Stephon Marbury, J.J. Hickson, Jimmer Fredette, two, Americans on each team, Andre Blatch. So the list goes on. So, I signed a 1 year there, so I'm a free agent now, and looking to decide if I'm going to go back to the league or go back there or do something else. So I haven't decided yet.
Has the phone been active? Have teams been showing interest to try to get you back into the NBA?
Oh, they show interest. That's not my job to do. That's my agent's job to do. So, I'm, just controlling what I can control, and would improve my game and on and off the court, and then everything else, happen for us. So.
Jason Thompson with us right now on the Zach Gelb Show, Fox Sports 920 The Jersey. So you're going to be playing in the tournament, going to be trying to win the big cash prize, and your run does start on July 8th at 9:30 p.m. Tell me a little bit about this alumni team that you put together with some guys from Ryder. Tell me a little bit about your squad.
Yeah, well, it's different for me because, it's my first year out of the league. So, even I think this league, has gone with the second year or something like that. It's, different to play in those type of tournaments. But, they have even the Dan Rum Classic throughout over the years in Philadelphia. Last year it was at, LaSalle. I played with a bunch of the Ryder guys, before. And have some other guys, playing with us. So, the chemistry has always been there over the years. So, it's good to, bring your brothers back at your college and bring, those glory days, now at the pro level. So, it should be good to get back on the court with those guys and see how the rhythm that we could do and start off, with a W on Saturday.
And you got a tough matchup. You're going up against Alan Ray, the former Villanova Wildcat, and his team, which is by the name of Team Fancy. So what do you guys got to do if you're going to want to get that victory?
Yeah, I'm sure, we have a coach, Tone has some, film on them. And, we might just, have to attack them. There's different type of ways, when we see the matchup, how we can attack them offensively and defensively. So, I know Alan Ray over the years is a shooter. I'm sure we're going to try to run them guys off the 3-point line and see how they can adjust to what we do offensively and defensively.
You talk about that family atmosphere at Ryder. Just looking back at your time when you were with Ryder and that program, just what were some of your favorite memories with your time at Ryder?
Man, so I came in at 6'8" and then graduated. At 6'11" and put on like 50 pounds over those 4 years too. So for me, just kind of coming in as a scrawny 6'8" kid and putting on some weight and trying to keep them guard skills that I had in high school over the years, develop a post game and kind of just pretty much just bring it all together. It's one win away my freshman and senior year of going to the tournament. So it was unfortunate. But, like I said, just great memories. Had my brother, Ryan Thompson, playing with me my last 2 years. And, unfortunate that he had a concussion in the tournament my senior year. We would have, went pretty far as well. So just, seeing the development of my game, to see everyone just maturing over the years. I have a regular season championship, led the, team history in rebounds, the second in scoring, and things like that. So to see those accolades, see me growing and maturing with my former, brothers, over the years has been, a blessing.
Since the draft is so fresh, what do you remember about draft night when you went in the first round to the Sacramento Kings?
Man, well, for me, I didn't go to the draft. I knew I was going to, humbly either be, mid the first round, and then, if I slipped in, I could have went to second. And so I ended up having NBA TV, be in my house, which, if you have cameras there, it can be the gift or the curse, and I just remember even, surreally, getting picked in the lottery at 12 and hearing my name called. It felt like the night was long, and, that was a pick that happens kind of early, obviously. So, like you said, man, it was a real feeling, and for me to be at home with my family and then having a draft party afterwards, friends, family, high school, middle school, my neighborhood, everyone just came out to support. So I felt like it wasn't just me that made it. It was, the whole area, and everyone that helped throughout that journey.
That was something that you were dreaming about for your entire life. When you finally got to walk into that NBA locker room, looking back at it in 2008, what do you remember about the first day walking into an NBA locker room?
Man, it was surreal. What was crazy was that, I think the third game of the season, we played, Sixers in Philly. So just to have, pretty much all the fans that were probably there were, there to see me at the time rather than maybe, even the whole organization. So, it's just a surreal feeling. It just showed, all the hard work from as a young kid, paying off and, just living the moment and just not taking that situation for granted and, putting the work in and just trying to succeed as much as I can.
Being a local kid, you mentioned the Sixers and the proximity for them being to you for that road trip when you did play the Sixers. Did you grow up as a Sixers fan?
Yeah, of course. Being from South Jersey, everyone knows that pretty much South Jersey is Philly and then North Jersey is kind of New York. So even though you're in the same state, you kind of have some differences. So yeah, grew up Sixers, Eagles, Phillies, Flyers. So obviously when I got drafted to Sac, I'm a fan of the team that was paying my bills at the time and and calling my name. So it's a little different there, but everything else still stays the same.
Since you are a local guy, we all know that the name that's still king in this city when it comes to basketball, and there's a lot, of course, with some of the great players, but with our era and our generation, everyone will look at Allen Iverson and what he was able to do in Philadelphia with those early 2000 teams with Aaron McKee, George Lynch, and Larry Brown being the coach. How about those Sixers teams and the team that got to the final and lost to the Lakers in 5?
Man, it was just growing up with that, for me, that guy, maybe small in stature, but had the heart of a lion, man. And, for him, he was the face of, not just, the city of Philadelphia, New Jersey, and Delaware, but, the face of the league. And for him to, have that supporting cast with him, and I'll never forget, obviously, them going to the finals and winning game one in LA with the Shaq and Kobe era, and obviously you got the step over on Tyronn Lue and how much, man, he just carried that team. Even though we had a lot of talent, but I'm sure that team or maybe any other superstar may not have gotten that far. So everyone, that whole team, man, just put their heart and soul into it, and like I said, those were glory days. Other than obviously with Dr. J and stuff like that.
And people want to relive those glory days, and they've been through a tough process over the last few years, but people are starting to see the benefits from that with Joel Embiid, Markelle Fultz playing in the Summer League, and Ben Simmons. How about the current state of your hometown team in the Philadelphia 76ers?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a long time coming for them. I'm sure the fans deserve, winning in the city. And like I said, it is a good buzz right now, and I think that's the steps you have to take to kind of see success. So, with the fans starting to come and selling out with, mostly all the home games and season tickets and things like that, that's just the beginning stages. And, adding some off-season veterans, to the team is starting to look, positive. So that's the best way of seeing results, if you see consistency and you see the right things happen. So, for the city, I know that they're happy and excited, and that's just the stepping stone of the process.
Hey, the Sixers should get on the phone with your agent, maybe bring you back to Philadelphia.
We'll see, man. It's not the process is not over yet, so you never know what happens.
Wrapping up with Jason Thompson, who joins us right now, played in the NBA from 2008 to 2016, spent this last season in China and is a part of the tournament with the Rebel Riders. That team, July 8th, their first game up against Alan Ray's squad in Team Fancy at 9:30 p.m. Since you had a concise time with the Golden State Warriors, what did you make out of your Golden State experience? And give me a little bit, some stories about the guys in the Golden State locker room.
Well, it was a little, different for me, being in SAC for 8 years and, being a starter pretty much every year during that time and going on a team after winning the championship and having everyone pretty much come back, was different to do. So, and then Coach Kerr had, a situation early on and then had a first-year coach and Coach Walton. So, like I said, it was definitely a different, scenario and things like that. But like I said, I built a good bond with the guys, and like I said, it's great for them to succeed this year. And but like I said, when I came in there, they brought me in with open arms. And like I said, different circumstances happen. But like I said, I can always say good things about the guys, and that's why they're having success now.
Does Draymond Green, does he ever shut up when it's just you guys playing and just chilling in the locker room?
Sure. I can never tell, about stuff that happens on the locker room, man. But like I said, mostly I could say the access that people give, the NBA, the access that they give is pretty much stands and it's pretty much accurate. So that's all I'm going to say on that.
You got it. Hey, we'll end you with this. How many points you scoring coming up on July 8th?
I'm going to say I'm a significant amount and enough to get the W. So I'll humbly say that.
You got it. We'll hold you to it. Hey, Jason, this is a whole lot of fun. Best of luck. We hope to see you back in the NBA this upcoming season, and we'll talk to you down the road, all right?
I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.